Before this week, the ocean as a whole was not on the global agenda, but now it is. I want to underline that we are all very much indebted to Fiji and the other small island states for their tireless efforts and leadership in raising the ocean, making sure that we have the SDG 14. And not least on raising awareness that the climate and ocean agendas go hand in hand. The conference has confirmed a strong commitment among stakeholders to urgently address the causes and severe consequences of climate change for the oceans and the importance of the Paris Agreement. Ocean friends, as already been mentioned, we have set sail, the wind is blowing in the right direction, and now we need to keep the course steady. It's the firm view of the co-presidents that we must build on the strong momentum created by this conference. During this week, we have heard many interventions about the urgent need to reverse the serious decline in the state of our ocean and the calls for a strong process to drive the implementation of SDG 14 towards 2030. In this context, the co-presidents would like to welcome the generous offers made here in plenary this week by the governments of Kenya and Portugal to carry the torch forward by hosting next conference in 2020. We strongly support these offers, which will be reflected in the report by the co-presidents to the General Assembly for its consideration. Distinguished delegates, we need a strong home for the ocean at the United Nations. The call for action that we have just adopted calls upon the UN Secretary General to enhance interagency coordination and coherence throughout the UN system on ocean issues. So we look at to his leadership to help drive the SDG 14 agenda forward, and to the UN system to assist in maintaining the engagement at the country and regional levels. We also note the many calls to ensure that these efforts are galvanized at a high level. Friends, I'm so happy to be part of this historical week when we, all of us together, put the ocean where it belongs, at the very center of the political agenda, finally putting it in its right context as a matter of human survival. This week has been the game changer we wanted it to be, and we must not lose this momentum. There's no turning back. And let me repeat what I said in my opening remarks. Change is possible if there is political will. It's as simple as that. The knowledge we now have on how close to collapse our oceans are must produce this will. All of us care about the oceans. We all depend on them. We now must all show the political leadership and courage and continue this path. It's a question of survival. Friends, as has been said here this week, together we're all the crew on the spaceship Earth. Or if you will, we're all the islanders on the island Earth in the black empty sea of space. It's our only home. We've traveled a long way. It took 1 billion years for us to get where we are now. On our journey in space, the ocean is what has kept us alive. Let's make sure not to fail it. Let's now promise each other to keep this beautiful blue planet alive. Thank you.